Perhaps not everyone realizes that the coronavirus, it is indeed a historical time. For sure, the ones who are protesting right now in Romania against the 8 p.m. restriction do not realize the importance of this pandemic or what sacrifices it takes to get through it. Now, they are saying that the world will never be the same, but perhaps those who lived during the Spanish flu pandemic said just the same. So maybe the statement it is a bit exaggerated and pessimistic. Maybe after the coronavirus shock, we are gonna be able to value and appreciate much more our lives, freedoms and health. Things that most probably we took for granted before. Psychologically speaking, after a long period of restriction and abstinence, the final result for our brains should be a very positive one. But of course, it requires a lot of patience, discipline and adaptability, and it requires to stay informed. Going back to the Romanian protesters, perhaps they don't know that in Portugal, citizens have a restriction to go outside after 1 p.m. They can only go out to exercise or to walk their dog. In Slovakia or in Austria, you cannot go to buy clothes in store or to grab a coffee to go for the past 5 months, which in Romania you can still do. Even the fact that we have to complete a declaration on paper or on phone can be seen as a positive thing, because in this hectic world, sometimes we even forget the purpose of where are we going after 8 p.m. and why. Maybe these declarations for the Romanian authorities are kind of awakening for some of us, and maybe they can discipline us a little bit as well. Of course, it is not pleasant to wear masks all the time now, even outside, but for sure this is not the end of the world. You can still put down your mask to bite your food, to drink water or to smoke a cigarette. The fact that all the shops are closing at 6 p.m. now, it is struggling for the ones who are still going to their jobs instead of working from home, as most of the working hours end at 5 or 5:30 p.m. There is very little time to go and buy your necessities. The general rule for the social distancing is a minimum of 1.5 meters in between two people, but of course that is very rare respected in Romania. A relevant example it is inside the churches. If the UK and Slovakia have a limit of 80 people inside the church, in Romania there are hundreds of people attending the mass.
În ceea ce privește împărtășania propriu-zisă, aceasta se va face în mână. Vă rugăm să evitați transportarea sacramentului în bancă, iar aceasta să se petreacă numai și numai în fața preotului.
Well, hopefully God is gonna listen then carefully to our prayers and allow us to storytell these times in person to our grandchildren rather than just put our names and numbers in the historical books.